Hello there, YouTube. This is Tycooners Steve back again, checking out our new Nile Crocodile display from last time. Seems to be going pretty well. Guests are enjoying it. That's wonderful. I actually have made a few changes off camera since last time. It was mentioned in the comments that this zoo is in a temperate zone and therefore would not be good for our Nile crocodiles, so that compelled me to put a little roof on that display. So that's the only major change, though. It looks pretty much the exact same, but now it's got a roof on it just so it can be temperature controlled. And we need to turn our attention to what lies south, this big open area of the zoo. And I decided instead of just doing like a little exhibit at a time, I was going to make a theme for the area. And the theme I chose was farm animals. I'm going to go ahead and build a barn, put in some pigs, some sheep, chickens, cows, horses, the whole 9 yards. So this one's going to be a little bit bigger. And, well, here we go. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it comes out as well as I'm thinking it will. But let's go ahead and get started here. How do I want to start? Okay, I know what. I know there's going to be, like, the main attraction is going to be a large barn type structure. So let's go ahead and make that, and we'll build everything else around it. And I think these ones, I believe these fences, they kind of look like a whitewashed wood, so I think that's what I'm going to use. I do have like actual red barn ones, but I don't think they look really that great. So let's go ahead and figure out exactly how big I want this. How many animals? Okay, so the barn. Okay, I think I'm going to divide it into 2 areas. Yeah, I'll divide it in 2 areas that you can walk through. So just give me a second here to try and... Yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do is make this, the area closest to us, I'm going to make that the area for the pigs. And then on the other side, I'm going to make an area for, I think, some... I don't know if I'm going to put, like, the horses there, or maybe I'll do goats or something. But that way you can walk through the barn and see animals on either side. I'll put all their feeding troughs on the inside. And then I'll also have little outside areas. That's why there's kind of like a Swiss cheese design here to the box. I'm leaving open holes. So the animals will have exits when we put them in, and they can go to an outside area. But, okay, yeah, let me just see if I can't get the sizes right. So I'll do the outside area for the piggies now. And the rope fence is probably not the most accurate. You won't actually see this on a barn, but I like the look of it, and it works really well. So I'm going to kind of cheat a little and not use like an actual wooden fence or anything like that, which would be a little more realistic, but you can see the animals as well. And these indoor fences are very good. I think all of the fences I'm using right now come from the Ruben and Sophie designs that are in the description. So if you want to make a copy of this exhibit, you go right to their page. And their page is awesome. That's where also all of my bio and reskins come from. So I highly recommend them. Alright, I think that's big enough for some pigs in there. Let me go ahead and lay down some pathways and try to figure out how big this walkthrough area is. I think it's going to be at least 2 wide. And that's why I left that gap of 2 there. Yep. Do. And well, I guess I better follow that curve there. So, okay, something like that. That'll be the walkthrough. Make it 2 wide again. Yeah, okay. And, I think since this area is going to be its own exhibit, instead of going with the brick path I've been using, I'll use the sand path here. And so the same principle that applies as before, since the inside area with the food troughs, they're going to be able to get right up against the animals, I'm going to make sure that we're at least 1 square away from the animals on the outside. So that way we're not teasing them. And Loop this around here. There we go. Okay. And now I'm going to... You know what? Here's what we'll do. I'm going to take that river south here, and I'm going to make this area divided by a bridge. So we'll turn the river here, and probably make it continue out that way, so it's more like a forking. That looks a little better. And now we'll build a little bridge over, so you have to cross the bridge to get to the farm area, and there'll probably be another bridge on the other side to get out of the farm area too. A little bit here. So there's actually ground to build the bridge on, because you can't build the bridge in water itself. And so we're actually going to do something very unique today, and use an elevated path as an elevated path, and not a roof. So, it's something a little different. Make it really shallow. No, I think I'll build it up to be... Let's see, how high do we need it? That's where it was. Let's go at least one higher. Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll fill it in with water on the bottom. We'll make it one higher there. Then it's trying to fight me. It won't give me a nice straight line, of course. Come on. There we go. There, yes. Get rid of that little extension I don't want. Oh, that's not right. That I don't want to shorten that path, because then it looks like it's right on top of the Nile alligator, or Nile crocodiles, excuse me. So we'll just back it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. Whoop. Oh, well, there, see? That worked perfect. Lined up awesome. And we'll eventually go back and I'll put a little cover on it or a roof or decorate it up. But just gonna leave it like that for now, sort of a basic sort of sketch blueprint. Now I've got this large area over here. What am I gonna fill this with? Well, let's extend the river. And we'll just push it back to there for now. You know what I'm going to do with this area? I think... Yeah, that's going to be fine. Yeah. Maybe I should have planned this out a little more. No, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and build us a chicken coop, because I'm pretty sure I still have the chickens in here. Let me just see if I can't find them. No, I've got the chickens. Let me grab the fencing for it, and we'll build ourselves a little chicken coop here on the side. And then maybe put in some... No, I'll put something else, because that's going to be big enough. The chicken coop's going to be pretty small, so I'll make a small little coop here, and then I'll put another exhibit over there as well. But let's now focus on the coop. There we are. Yeah, I really like the look of these sort of whitewashed fences for a barn. I think they look a lot better than the actual red fences, so I'm happy with that choice. Okay, so the chicken coop. Pretty small structure. I'm going to use the chickens that come with the ABC Zoo Tycoon's Aves pack. Because everything they make is awesome. And so there's going to be both an inside area and an outside area with chicken wire. So we'll make a little exit out to that area here. And I'll grab some fences for the chicken wire. I don't remember where these fences come from. I don't think they're... I'll have to look and see if I can't find it. If I can find it, I will put a link for them in the description. If not, I bet you could just Google log aviary fence Zoo Tycoon 2. It'll find it. But I realize I've made a little bit of a mistake here, so let me fix that. I want the actual like chicken wire area to be a little closer to the path, so I'm going to move where you exit the actual coop into the free range area here. Okay. And let's go ahead and put the roof on the coop. Not that roof. That roof is terrible. No. Which one should I use? You know what? Let me use this, this one here. I think it's actually supposed to be for like an Australian display, but, I think it'll work fine. So we'll make a little roof on the exit here. Get rid of the waste. Okay, I put a little cut in there because I figured that you probably knew how to do roofs by now. And this is it turned out to be it's probably going to be a longer video since I'm putting in so many animals and doing an entire section instead of that. So I'm going to cut some corners here with these little kind of cuts. But you know, I just put the roof on there, very basic. And then I'll do the, like that big barn I'm doing, I will completely cut out putting the roof on that, because I think it's just going to take a lot of time to do some repetitive things, but yeah, I think it's still going to work out fine. So anyway, I'm going to put these little wire fence, so it's all chicken wire in that outside area, and I guess I'm going to actually put the entrance so it's visible, because it's going to look like an actual chicken coop. Yeah, I like that. So it's right up front there. Oh, I got a little gap here I need to fill in. Let me kind of... Oh, come on. I know it exists. Nope, not that one. I think it's sort of just a theme in my Let's Plays that you get to spend a large section of it just watching me try to find the thing I'm looking for every episode. That's what makes these special and ties the series together. There we go. I found what I was looking for. I filled in the gap. Now it's time to find the chickens. And let me just sort it here. Like I said, they're in the Aves pack. So let's just look in the Aves. And there they are right there. Mr. and Mrs. Chickens. And I turned down the roof. Usually I don't actually do the roofs first because I find they're a little annoying to work on the inside. I'm not sure why I actually put the roofs on. Because even if you make them see-through, they're kind of that transparent and not completely gone, so they do distract me a little bit. But I'll do the usual thing here. I'll put the food outside. I'm going to put some nests on the inside, so that way the chickens have reasons to go both inside and outside, make it a little more realistic. Okay, and just put them down in the corners here. Oops. There's such a small space in the tents as we're so high, this is a little annoying. Okay. So, fence is there. And then I think I'm going to do a little decoration thing here by making sort of a faux wall. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to take the post. Yep. Just a level 1 post. And then I'm going to separate those out by just putting them together in a string here. I guess technically if I wanted it to be a perfectly accurate chicken coop, the actual nest would be off the ground so you could collect the eggs underneath, but unfortunately then the chickens can't get to it, so I can't put them on an elevated path. It's a shame. But yeah, that looks pretty good. I'll move this so they can actually get to it. I'm also going to use, from the same where I got the railings for the Nile crocodiles, I'm going to use one of those fence guards, or one of those stairway guards, and just plop it down in here so it looks like there's a perch for the chickens. It's not really a perch, they can't really interact with it, but I think it's going to make it look a little better. There, you can see it in there. Okay, so that's the really simple little chicken coop. I like it a lot. So let's assign our zookeeper. Keeper Jones, you're lucky. You're not like Keeper Odell. You actually get to leave here sometime. And the only thing missing from our chicken coop is our chickens. So I'll plop a couple chickens down here. Alright, I think that's enough. And let's go ahead and unpause and let them run a little bit and make sure that they're getting what they want and we can see them. Hey there, Mr. and Mrs. Chicken. I'll give you a little scrub. And yeah, they're walking around, they're getting the seeds fine. Yeah, looks really good. I'm happy with that. Time to turn our attention to this area. And yes, I am going to make that. I've decided it's going to be the place for the pigs. I forget what set the pigs are from. They might not even be from a pack, but I'm pretty sure they're in Savannah for some reason. Yes, there it is. Domestic pig. That's what we're looking for. And okay, they do need a little shelter. So what I'm going to do is just on the inside, I'm going to just lay down thick dirt. In fact, I'll just paint the entire area dirt for now. And of course, they're pigs, so they need a hole to wallow in. So I'll put down some shallow water here. And just take it up to the corner. And I'll go ahead, since it's across from the chickens, and you should be looking that way. I think that's a good place for the shelter, even though it's not the most sightly thing. So piggy food, we'll put you on the inside here. One trough for water, trough for grass. And then I think I'll put down a substrate with like something they like with apples here. Just something for them to snack on that's a little sweeter. Make the pigs happy. Yeah, see the foliage in here. For some reason the pig is in the tropical savanna, and it's giving me all tropical savanna plants, which really don't make sense. Is that the same with the plants? Yeah. Although, this foxtail grass pretty much grows everywhere these days, so I'm just going to use that to hide the substrate, and I think it'll blend in well with that type of dirt we used. Can we put it in a scratching post here and make the pigs happy? Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. And am I going to add anything else to this exhibit? Oh, I need a door. That's something I can do. Yeah, that way, our zookeepers. Once again, I don't want another Keeper Odell. You can be free. Keeper Vance. Sign that. Very good. Alright, well that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Let's plop in some pigs. I mean, that's a pretty plain display, but it's supposed to be a farmyard. And it is supposed to be domesticated pigs, so I think that's going to work fine. Let's go ahead and hit play. Switch to guest mode and take a look at our little piggies. Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. So let me get the view here. If I'm walking down from the bridge, you can see our nice little pig friends here. And then if I take the path to the left, there's another barn structure with our chickens, which are clearly visible and very nice looking. Yeah, I think that works really well. Okay, so... Okay, I've got a huge empty space there between the main barn and our chicken coop, so maybe I'll put some moo cows back there. I think that's a pretty good idea. And I need to go ahead and finish the rest of our barn. So we'll turn around here and finish off the fencing on the inside. Nope, we're not going to the ace pack. I'm going to need all And I'll just take that low indoor fence again to run along the side. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Should it be 6? Should it be thicker? Let me think about this. Okay, so if I put it there, it only goes back 1. Oh, that would be... Okay, if I'm going to put the cows there, I'm going to do goats inside the other side of the barn here. I'll have a whole bunch of like goats and lambs. So I'm going to make this area a little thicker because I'm probably going to have quite a few species. So we'll widen that out a little bit and then we'll adjust the path to fit. Is that... Why is there still grass there? Oh, okay, just rendering problem. Okay. So that decision is made. And I'm going to split this up so it looks like multiple pens. Like so. And then I'm going to use this back area here as a way for the animals to get to the pens. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oop. That's too much. There we go. So now I need to take out a wall here because I want them to have a nice big outside area to play in as well. And I'll make it so it's kind of matches up with what we did with the pigs here. So it's just as deep. 3 or 4. Yeah, that's good. And instead of going straight back, what I'm going to do here is sort of cut the fence in a little bit. Like I'm going to go there and then do these little cuts in. That way I can put in some big trees or rocks or something and it looks like it's more part of the exhibit. It's not as far away from where the guests will be observing it. Okay, and we'll work on the pathway that goes around our goat area here. So I need to grab the sand. And again, just one away. Yeah, okay, I'm going to cut in here and readjust that fence. And that way we can keep to the way the river is. And it's going to look a little more natural, a river, if we kind of are conforming to it instead of it conforming to us. Because rivers very rarely flow in straight lines. I don't know if you're aware of that, but that's the case. So that's going to be the new border of our goat exhibit there. And that's cool because if you get too boxy or too perfectly square in your displays, they tend to look much less interesting. So I'm perfectly happy to bend in and make some odd corners. I think I'm going to fill this area in then. There's no reason to make people zig and zag all over the place. And let's see. I actually think I have a farm pack. Where did I get the farm pack? A farm animal pack, here it is. I can't remember, and that usually means I got it from the Roundtree download forum. Again, there's a link in the description. But we're going to take a couple different varieties of sheep and goats. Okay, yeah, I'm going to put down a shade structure again. Just because I do want my animals to be happy. I don't want them to just be freaked out because they don't have an actual shelter to stay in. And we'll put in the water there. And food trough here. And let's also put in a grass one. I'm a little worried about the hitbox. Let me move this one over a bit. Okay. So I think they'll be able to get to those fine. So just to make the inside of our barn look even, I'm going to go ahead and just paint this with savanna grass, even though they're pretty much all temperate grassland animals. Oh, salt lick. Let's grab a salt lick and put it down there to encourage them to come up to that front area, and so our guests can see them. And we'll do a little bit of landscaping here. Orange trees. Trembling aspen. I think that's going to work really well. And we'll put them here in that area we cut in earlier, just so it's not so barren. And we'll start dropping in our border Leicester sheep. I have no clue if I pronounced that correct. I'm pretty sure I got border and sheep correct, but Leicester or Leicester, I don't know. It's one of those funny words, so if you want to correct me, go right ahead. I'll gladly take the correction and try to say it right in the future. And we'll get some Herdwick sheep. Put in some black sheep so they look a little different. What else? That's a big display. It can hold more. Maybe some of these Boer goats. Grab some males. And we might end up assigning 2 zookeepers to that because we have so many different species. But Keeper Lou, you are now in charge of our goats, and we'll unpause. And we've got some guests already heading to this area. So let's join them here in guest mode, and we come off, and you can see our piggies running around. So we know we go left here. Our chickens are still doing fine. Cocks of the walk. And so let's take our first look at the inside. No pigs eating. But they have come inside to get the water, so that's working well. It doesn't look like our sheep have come in yet. They're all still outside, but they're all still happy, so I'm not going to complain. And I'm looking at the time now. It looks like I'm already approaching the half-hour mark, so I think I'm going to split this into 2. So I think I'm going to stop here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll get the other one out quicker than I usually do. But tell me what you think. If you've got any suggestions, now's the time to do it. Be sure to like the video, rate, comment, subscribe. Until next time, which should be fairly soon, this is Zoo Tycooner Steve, and have a great day.